So please don't be offended. I'm going to have to move things on fairly quickly because we do have a time limit here on this space. So everyone, please do not get offended if I'm kind of rushed and abrupt. Michael, I'm going to ask you to step up here. Some of the other panelists that we were waiting for, a few of them have arrived. And I actually would like to make an announcement. Well, Deshaun got off that plane. He's here. Deshaun, get up here. Where you at, Deshaun? Where did Deshaun go? Yes, get on over here. You are not shy, boo-boo. Come on up here.
Shut the hell up.
My old evolution brother. Okay, you could be sister. And Sean Ebony has arrived. I want you all to give a round of applause because Sean just got married. So Sean and his bride. Sean, where's your bride? He came straight from getting married. Come up here, brother. This is a beautiful thing. He fights for marriage equality and everything in the whole community. Yes. Congratulations. Straight from getting married, came straight here. All right. Michael, why don't you announce, or we want to bring up all the panelists and then we get this whole thing rolling? Okay. So can I have Tyra come up here, please, and have a seat here, please, on the panel?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hector. Can I have Hector sit up here, please?
You gotta deal with it.
Twiggy, please come up here and have a seat. Alexis, please come up here and have a seat. Japan, can I have you please come up here and take a seat? Kiana. Okay, y'all better give Kiana a round of applause because that dress is scandal, honey. That's Thursday Night Scandal right there. Yes, right there. I would like to also, since he is graced us and he's in the building, I would like to invite Junior to be on the panel if he would like to be on the panel. Yes, Diva. Diva, you take the first seat, man. Did we get you a drink? Hold on, let me just make sure this chair is clear for you. I'm sorry. Don't. Okay. All right. All right. And I also. I got you. What you can do is get me one more seat because I would like to invite Rodney to the panel if he would like to be on the panel. And I'd like to invite one other person. Can I have Jalen? Jalen, let you come down here and be on the panel, please?
You know I did that.
Okay, Michael, you're on.
So, let's give Seven another round. There are a couple of reasons why. You know, last week, or was it 2 weeks ago, me and Lee was at a Raw Days Day event at Harlem Hospital. And we showed a little bit of this. So they got hyped. But one of the things I said to them was that in the space of Mike Brown and Eric Garner, if we're going to talk about Black Lives Matter, we have to talk about all Black lives. And that when black trans women get murdered, black heterosexuals got to show up. When Mark Carson Milan got shot, they needed to show up. And so we're going to talk about this notion around Black Lives Matter, and all Black lives have to matter. And I say that to say that, Seven, in your piece right here, you demonstrated so poignantly how our lives matter. So since I'm going to continue on this theme around all Black lives matter, I want to start with you, Tyra. Partly because you said a lot of things in the film that was poignant, but one of the things that you did, Tyra had self-published a book this year, and you may not know. This is the book of Tyra, called The Transsexual from Tobago and in this she talks about being born in Trinidad, growing up in Baltimore, moving to New York City, and sort of the hyper transphobia, homophobia, not only in the black community, but the black Caribbean community. But the other thing that she does, at the end of this, she memorializes 5,000 trans people who've been murdered since 1991. 5,000. So Tyra, two things, because we can't have a lot of questions. So two things I want you to talk about. One, around this notion of trans lives matter, or this discourse around black lives matter. But two, what does it mean for you to come to a community in which black trans people have created, but black trans people have been pushed to the side?
Well, first off, hi to everyone. Thanks for the love. Y'all look.
One, two.
Thank you. So for me, it's quite difficult because, again, you still have to face yourself in the mirror every day, and you have to look. And at one point in time, every couple weeks, one of my sisters were killed. And in the islands also, being transgender, they don't even know what a transsexual is, you know. So it's really difficult to see this. I see all of you here, and I hope that you can take this message and take it on the outside and understand that being transgender is not some, you know, I would call us more like superheroes, because we live our truth. And in a society where people are telling you that if you are not, that you're supposed to be what they feel comfortable with you being. For trans people to get up and say, look, I'm gonna do this. And I am kind of privileged because I look like this. But I commend the trans woman who can really get by. Because those are really, most of the time, the true transsexuals. Some of us reach our identification by many different reasons. Some girls see other girls, some do it for the show aesthetic. Some of us at 3 years old looked down and said, something ain't right. But as a trans woman, I think that we need to start understanding each other. I think the people, you out there, need to start understanding us more. Do some research. There's Google.
So I want you to pass the mic both to Alexis and then to Kiana. One, I want to kind of ask the same kind of question, but Alexis, since you talked a lot about in the film this notion of some people becoming microwave femme queen. Tyra oftentimes is one of those people who has a problem with the word femme queen. But when you meant microwave femme queen, what did you mean, number one? And number two, in comparison, if you saw Paris is Burning, did you think that this film sort of reflected trans women different than Paris is Burning?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alexis Clark, first of all. Microwave femme queens or transgender women, as someone said in the video, I think it was Corey, someone made a comment at a ball, you know, you're in drag 1 week, the next week you got surge, and then you're a whole woman. It takes, to me, being transgender is more than just physical aspects. It's more of a mental thing. If you don't live your life as a woman, if you carry yourself as a man, that's how someone is going to treat you. You know, I pride myself on being able to blend into society every day and not having to deal with the heckles or the laughter or whatever. And like Tyra said, you know, everybody can't do this. You know, everybody can't wake up every morning and just say, you know, I'm just like me, I'm a bonnet cunt. I throw on a bonnet and a pair of jogging pants and I pump on out the door. You know, everybody cannot do that. You know, and like you said, we have to live in our truth. And I carry myself and I pride myself on being able to blend into society so I don't have to go through the extras. You know, the microwave film queens are, you know, you got in drag last week. Tomorrow you went down to Dr. Alexander, you got your boobs done. You went to Pat Mickey the following week, you got your nose done. You went to somebody else and you got female feminization, and yet your mentality still says,
Butch queen.
in comparison to Paris is Burning, I think it was to me it was like they took their time. I'll say that. They took their time, and you know, I'm glad that I have access to HRT because everybody can't. For those who don't know, hormone replacement therapy, everybody is not available to get that, or they just don't want to go through what it takes to get those things. You know, it's all about taking your time and doing it the right way. I don't care how big your titties is, how perfect your nose is. If you're not carrying yourself as such, you are not what you're looking like.
Kiana, want to add to that?
Well, and so what she said, but one of the things I was wondering, Kiana, was that when you looked at this film and you looked at Paris is Burning, did you think there was a difference in the way the film reflected trans women?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Okay. So let me say it differently. Did you